Hello dear students. Today we are going to start with grade 9 chapter number 3 atoms and molecules. In our today's video we will be able to understand the history of the discovery of atoms and the different laws which determine the combination of atoms. So let us start with the history of study of atoms. The idea of divisibility of matter was considered long back in India around 500 BC. This is the Indian philosopher Maharishi Kannad who postulated that if we go on dividing matter, which he called as Padarth, we shall get smaller and smaller particles. एक कोई भी मैटर को हम आगे डिवाइड करें, अगर हम आगे ब्रेक डाउन करें उसे, तो हमें स्मॉलर एंड स्मॉलर पार्टिकल्स मिलेंगे. Ultimately, a time will come when we shall come across the smallest particle beyond which further division will not be possible. तो ऐसा एक टाइम आएगा जिसमें जो स्मॉलेस्ट पार्टिकल है उसको हम आगे डिवाइड नहीं कर पाएंगे और वही पार्टिकल को ही नेम्ड इट एज परमाणु. Around the same era, ancient Greek philosophers Democritus and Leucippus suggested that if we go on dividing matter, a stage will come when particles obtained cannot be further divided. So even Democritus and Leucippus, they also said the same thing, and Democritus was the one to call these particles as atoms. जो smallest particle होते हैं किसी भी matter में, उसको Democritus ने नाम दिया atoms, which comes from a Greek word atomis, which means indivisible. By the end of the 18th century, scientists recognized the difference between elements and compounds and naturally became interested in finding out how and why elements combine and what happens when they combine. So this is Antoni Lavoisier, who laid the foundation of chemical sciences by establishing two important laws of chemical combination. So now in our video, we are going to discuss about these laws which are responsible for any two atoms or molecules to combine. Like we humans follow laws and rules all the time, does atoms and molecules also have to follow any laws? Yes, we humans, we follow laws when we are walking on the road. We be very careful while crossing on the road, or when we are driving, we are governed by set of rules and regulations. Even in school, we are very particular. Yes, we follow the proper school uniform and so on. So we are governed by rules all the time. So do atoms and molecules also follow? Yes. Atoms and molecules, they also follow laws, which are called as laws of chemical combination. And obviously, their laws are different than the laws which are followed by us, but still, they are governed by certain laws which are called as laws of chemical combination. In this chapter, the development of chemistry through these laws of chemical combination is described. We will be studying two laws which contributed significantly towards the development of chemistry. So now we will be studying these laws one by one. Okay, so here is an image in front of you. I'll quickly discuss the image and then you may think and answer the question. So here in the first picture here, there is this flask in which there is sodium sulfate solution, and inside the test tube we have calcium chloride solution. The flask is closed. The mass of the reactants, what we call, is taken here with the help of a weighing machine. It comes out to be 300.23 grams. Next, in the second image here, students, ये टेस्ट ट्यूब के अंदर का सॉल्यूशन और फ्लास्क के अंदर का सॉल्यूशन को मिक्स किया गया है, and there is a chemical reaction that is taking place between calcium chloride and sodium sulfate, और बाद में ये जो प्रोडक्ट्स है उनका मास फिर से लिया गया है. The products formed are calcium sulfate, जिसका white कलर का solid precipitate form होता है, and sodium chloride solution is what are the products. And again the mass is taken here in the weighing machine. It comes out to be 300.23 grams. So you may pause the video and just think कि what do you all observe in this image? Yes, you might have observed that the mass of the reactants and the mass of the products, it comes out to be the same. Before the reaction, जो भी mass है, और after the reaction has taken place, जो mass है, वो दोनों mass क्या है? Equal है. Isn't it? Yes, so this very simple topic is our first law. So in a chemical reaction, students, just now हमने वो image देखा, उसमें the total mass of the products is equal to the total mass of the reactants. And hence, we can say that during a chemical reaction, matter is neither created nor destroyed. We cannot create matter nor we can destroy matter when there is a chemical reaction. और इसी लॉ को नाम दिया गया है लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मास. मास जो है वो हमेशा जब भी एक केमिकल रिएक्शन होता है कंजर्व होता है, एंड दैट इज आवर लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मास. So this is the law of conservation of mass. So when you all are studying this topic, students, जो law होते हैं ना, वो आपको word to word याद रखना है. Okay, you cannot write it in your own words like you write your explanation या long answer, short answer. But when laws या definitions are asked in the exam, आपको उसको word to word ही लिखना है. So the law states that during a chemical reaction, matter is neither created nor destroyed. Okay, students, I'll also give you all one more example with the help of a chemical reaction, क्योंकि हम ये law में chemical reaction पढ़ रहे हैं. Okay, चलो. So the reaction of very simple reaction, that is carbon reacting with oxygen to give carbon dioxide. Okay, that is CO2, carbon dioxide. Okay, so students, we will quickly discuss यहाँ पे mass of the reactants and mass of the product. Okay, students, the mass of carbon is considered to be 12 grams and the mass of oxygen is considered to be 16 grams. But here there are two atoms, so it will be 16 into 2, which is 32. And if we add these two, so the sum will be 44 grams, which is the mass of the reactants. अभी mass of the product में जाते हैं जो carbon dioxide है. Again, carbon dioxide is made up of carbon, जिसका mass है 12, and O2, again 2 atoms of oxygen, means it will be 32. So even if we add the mass of the products, or even if we calculate the mass of the product, it comes out to be 44 grams itself. Okay, तो इसका मतलब reactants और product का जो भी mass है वो क्या है, equal है, which proves or which satisfies the law of conservation of mass. So mass can be conserved only when the number of atoms in the reactant and the product side, when they are equal, तभी हम mass conserve कर सकते हैं, isn't it? अगर number जो कि है reactant और product में अगर equal होगा, अभी ये equation में देखो, carbon का atom in the reactant side is 1, in the product side also carbon atom is 1, in the reactant side oxygen is 2 atoms, in the product also oxygen is 2. So ये जो conservation of mass है students, it is only possible when the number of atoms are equal. Okay, और ये जो भी equal करना होता है, ये आपने lower classes में पढ़ा होगा, that is nothing but balancing a chemical equation. So that is the reason students, we balance every chemical equation, because all the chemical reactions, they follow law of conservation of mass. तो इसलिए हम equations को क्या करते हैं, balance करते हैं. Okay, so there is a question from your test book, so we'll discuss that, a blue question from the test book. In a reaction, 5.3 grams of sodium carbonate reacted with 6 grams of ethanoic acid, and the products were 2.2 grams of carbon dioxide, 0.9 grams water, and 8.2 grams of sodium ethanoate. So I'll quickly write down the word equation for the question. क्या बताया है, सोडियम कार्बोनेट. ओके, आई एम राइटिंग द वर्ड इक्वेशन हियर बच्चों. ये आपने अगेन यू मस्ट हैव स्टडीड इन द लोअर क्लास अबाउट वर्ड इक्वेशंस. देन वी विल आल्सो सी द केमिकल इक्वेशन, डू नॉट वरी. Okay, so this is sodium carbonate which is reacting with ethanoic acid. Okay, so ethanoic acid के साथ react कर रहा है. Then we have the products. So we show a arrow. Yes, reactants और products के बीच में there is an arrow pointing towards the products. कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड वाटर है एंड सोडियम एथेनोएट है. तो सोडियम एथेनोएट, सोडियम एथेनोएट, and we have carbon dioxide and water. Carbon dioxide and water, ये 3 प्रोडक्ट्स है. ओके, और उनके इंडिविजुअल मासेस दिए गए हैं. चलो, सो लेट अस राइट डाउन द मासेस बिलो. सोडियम कार्बोनेट, it is 5.3 grams. ethanoic acid is 6 grams. Sodium ethanoate is 8.2 grams. And carbon dioxide is 2.2 grams. ये एक रिएक्शन उन्होंने किया था, तो ये ऑब्जर्वेशन था, ओके. एंड वाटर इज 0.9 ग्राम. चलो, तो अभी हम फाइंड आउट करते हैं बच्चों मास ऑफ द रिएक्टेंट्स एंड मास ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट्स. So on the left hand side we have the reactants. So mass of the reactant is 6 plus 5.3, which comes out to be 11.3 grams. And on the right hand side we have the products, that is 8.2 plus 2.2 plus 0.9, which again comes out to be 11.3 grams. So what did we observe for this reaction, for this equation? कि जो भी mass of the reactant है, it is equal to the mass of the product. So students, this means that this equation is following the law of conservation of mass. Okay, so yes, like I told you all that we are going to also see the chemical equation, okay, in the form of symbols. So this is sodium carbonate, ethanoic acid, carbon dioxide, water and sodium ethanoate. Yes, the mass of the reactants products we have found out, and it shows that the chemical reaction is following law of conservation of mass. Now, let us proceed to our next example. The formation of water, it can take place by neutralization reaction or by the combination of hydrogen and oxygen with sufficient heat. चलो हम पहला reaction देखते हैं, neutralization reaction. Neutralization reaction is a reaction in which acid and base react with each other to form salt and water. For example, acid, that is HCl, reacting with a base, that is NaOH. It gives salt, which is NaCl. Here in this case, sodium chloride and water. तो बच्चों ये हमारे इक्वेशन में हमें water as one of the product मिला. Okay, now students, let us talk something more about this water that we have got here. Students, this water here is made up of two types of atoms, that is hydrogen and oxygen, and hence we can say that water is a molecule, or we can say it is a compound, isn't it? Yes, तो ये neutralization reaction से हमें जो water मिला है उसमें we have two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom, one atom of oxygen. Chalo, now let us talk something with respect to the mass of hydrogen and oxygen. Students, the mass of one atom of hydrogen is 1 gram. तो दो atoms का कितना होगा? दो atoms का होगा 2. Okay, when we say atom का mass, we call it as the atomic mass. Okay, so 2 atomic mass unit is the mass of 2 hydrogen atoms. When we talk about one oxygen atom ka mass, it is 16 atomic mass unit. And bachcho, when we take the ratio of the atomic masses of hydrogen and oxygen, the ratio, the simplest form comes out to be 1:8. Isn't it? 2 and 16, both we can divide it by 2. So 2 ones are and 2 eights are 16. So bachcho, the ratio is 1:8 of the atoms which are present in the water molecule. The ratio of the masses is 1:8 for hydrogen and oxygen in water. Now, let us talk about our second reaction. दूसरे reaction में हम बात करेंगे again formation of water की ही, but with the help of hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. So, hydrogen and oxygen which with a large amount of heat, in the presence of large amount of heat, they combine to give again water as the product. Okay, so students, again ये जो water है जो हमें हाइड्रोजन और ऑक्सीजन के वजह से मिला है, इसके बारे में भी हम बात करेंगे with terms of the atomic masses again. Here also this water is made up of 2 hydrogen atom and 1 oxygen atom, isn't it? Yes, and when students we take out the mass, the simplest ratio, again we know 1 hydrogen ka mass is 1 atomic mass unit, so 2 ka hoga 2, and for 1 oxygen the mass is 16. So the simplest form again, or the simplest ratio of the atomic masses for the atoms present in water will be 1:8 again, जो हमें second reaction से मिला है. So what do you all observe here बच्चों? आपने क्या observe किया है यहाँ पे? Let us see. You have observed that when we have a chemical compound, अभी हमारे example में chemical compound था water. So a chemical compound, it always consists of the same elements. Yes, जो same elements थे मेरे chemical compound में, वो था 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom, isn't it? Yes, so it consists of the same elements combined together in the same ratio, independent of the method by which it is prepared or the source from where it is obtained. Yes, students, here we have taken into consideration 2 different methods. Neutralization reaction, one method, and hydrogen and oxygen gas के मदद से हमारा दूसरा method था. So, irrespective of the method used, the ratio of the elements was always the same. So, this is our second law, which is law of constant proportions. ये law हमें बताता है बच्चों that in a chemical substance, the elements are always present in definite proportion by mass. हमारा जो हमारे compound का जो भी elements है, उनका जो proportion है with terms of the mass is always definite, is always fixed, is always constant. वो कभी भी change नहीं होगा. अभी आपने एक example देखा water का, okay, irrespective of the method, the ratio of the masses was always the same. It is always 1:8. Yes, so the ratio of the mass of the elements present in a compound, it is always fixed, and that is our second law, which is law of constant proportions. So students, again we have a question here, that is hydrogen and oxygen combine in the ratio 1:8 by mass to form water. What mass of oxygen gas would be required to react completely with 3 grams of hydrogen gas? चलो, so again let us try to understand what is given in the question. बच्चों यहाँ पे हाइड्रोजन और ऑक्सीजन का रेशियो दिया है बाय मास. हाइड्रोजन and oxygen to form water, the ratio is given here bachcho as 1:8. The meaning of 1:8 here is, if we have 1 gram of hydrogen, 1 gram of hydrogen reacts with 8 grams of oxygen. ये मतलब है इसका, isn't it? 1:8 है hydrogen and oxygen, मतलब 1 gram of hydrogen will react with 8 grams of oxygen. तो हमारे क्वेश्चन में हमें पूछा है कि 3 grams of hydrogen कितने grams of oxygen के साथ रिएक्ट करेगा, ये हमें फाइंड आउट करना है. So this is max. We have to cross multiply here. Therefore, x will be equal to 3 yes, we are cross multiplying. So 3 multiplied by 8 upon 1, which becomes 3 8s are 24. So it comes out to be 24 grams. So iska matlab 24 grams of oxygen will react completely with 3 grams of hydrogen. So these two laws, that is law of conservation of mass and law of constant proportion, was given by Antoni Lavoisier and Joseph Proust. Both of them, they gave these two very important laws, and these laws are considered to be a breakthrough in the study of chemistry. So hope you have understood the topic of the laws of chemical combination. Thank you so much for watching and happy learning. We'll meet next time.